Greetings, psychotic survivors. Caedo Genesis here, with another guide for the Nuka-World expansion of Fallout 4. This time going over all 35 of the star cores you can collect and bring back to Star Control, which is in the Galactic Zone, to ultimately get yourself a set of quantum power armor. The main quest will lead you to the Star Control mainframe anyway. If you put one star core in place, you can log into the main terminal, and it will give you at least general locations to the other star cores. Not to worry though, as I will be showing you the locations of all of them. So let's get to work. What better place to begin than the Star Control Chamber, likely to be the first star core you come across in the Galactic Zone, still almost being grasped by the settler that was trying to walk away with it. We move on to the ones that are in the Galactic Zone grounds. There are 6, first of which being on the second floor of Starport Nuka, directly above Star Control. It's a neat little museum where the manager's office is as well. You will find the star core in here in one of the display cases. If you found 34 of the star cores and are stumped on the last one, this is probably the one you're missing. It is in the saucer at the very top of Starport Nuka. To get to it, how you're meant to of course, you have to use the lift inside the museum, which requires power to be restored to the park, something that happens towards the end of the main quest. The next one in the Galactic Zone grounds is on the ground level. How appropriate, behind Star Control. Back here is an employees area, and if you take a left, you will find piles of trash, a series of dumpsters, and a dead settler that may have been trying to hide themselves, and more importantly, the star core in the dumpsters. The 4th star core located at the Galactic Zone grounds is found at the top of Arcjet G-Force, on the northwest side of Starport Nuka. Simply walk all the way up the ramps to the main control terminal, and this will be one of the few star cores still plugged in outside. The next star core is found in another control terminal, these being controls for Splashdown, just to the northwest of Arcjet G-Force and right beside Nuka-Galaxy. Just find the control booth and you'll find the core. The last to find in the Galactic Zone grounds is at the bottom of the Spacewalk, a glorified ramp with automated defenses, which is closest to the RobCo Battlezone. Look for the cage or the familiar red glow, and the star core is yours. Delving into the Galactic Zone's main attractions, we start at the RobCo Battlezone. There are 6 total cores in here as well. The first one is to be found in the Backstage area where the robot maintenance is happening, or was happening. You'll find it plugged into the terminal there. The next 2 star cores are in the Battlezone stage area. Either while the fight is going on or afterwards, they're easy to spot as they're across from the entry door, and even easier to grab. Towards the rear of the stands is an employee door, which will need decent lockpicking and or an employee's key to access. There should be at least one set in the backstage area, which you can use to access this control room upstairs. And once you are in here, there are 2 more star cores in the terminals. If you go to exit through the side door, you will also find the gift shop. This is where you will locate the last of the star cores in RobCo Battlezone. It is on the wall shelf right behind the counter. After you are done with the RobCo Battlezone, you can travel to the west end of the Galactic Zone to discover Nuka-Galaxy. In here, there are a total of 7 star cores to be found. To complicate things, this is also one of the largest attraction interiors, but we'll try to keep it simple. The first star core you can acquire in Nuka-Galaxy is right by the ride boarding area, in the first of many control rooms here. Pass through the numerous maintenance doors until you get to the asteroid field section of the ride. In the corridor to the next area is a ride control terminal with one of the star cores plugged into it. And if you forgot to while you're here, you can turn on the emergency lighting. The next part of the ride will slope downwards into a terrestrial battle scene between aliens and robots respectively. Before jumping into the fray, however, check the terminal nearby where there is another star core. When the coaster comes back up and takes a sharp right turn, look to the left of the tracks and you will see another terminal with yet another star core in it. This one is probably the easiest to miss in here. The 5th of Nuka-Galaxy's star cores is at the very end of the ride, right across from the Nuka Girl animatronic, which is wearing some quite rare armor that you can take as well. The last 2 of the star cores are in the employees area, accessed by simply following the tracks towards the wall. Heading inside and going upstairs leads to a large control room containing another star core. The second star core in here is located in just the next room, where you likely first saw the Protectron greeters that greeted you with lasers. We now go to Vault-Tec's featured attraction, Vault-Tec Among the Stars, to the south of Star Control, and there are a total of 6 star cores here. Since you can go backwards or forwards in this attraction, for the sake of this guide we will be starting at the entrance. Just after walking the space travel ramp, the first star core will be behind the planetscape with the maintenance protectrons, naturally in the terminal in the small room back behind. Now you must have high lockpicking or 2 sets of keys, one of which can be found in this Vault-Tec employees area, on top of one of the desks. You can then go into the living space portion and access the door between the dresser and the couch. In here is one of the star cores and another set of keys. The next set of keys will get you access to 3 star cores behind the master locked door that you may have seen in the previous area we were just in with the pre-war skeletons. You might also find out that this was a little more than a guided tour. The 6th star core in Among the Stars is again not far from this central room. Go for the blown out wall that leads to the reactor room, and the last star core is next to the reactor. Beware of radiation though. The last area in the Galactic Zone to search is the Starlight Interstellar Theater. This is on the southeast side of the Galactic Zone. There are 4 star cores total in here. The first of the 4 star cores in here seems to be integrated into the counter at the back of the theater. Whether this is concessions or a bar, can't tell. We just know that it required a star core. The second star core in here is located where you would go if you had too much junk food. Across from the urinals is a demolished wall. Inside this recent collateral damage is one of the dead settlers, who thought they could get away from the automated defenses. If the theater were treated as a mirror, head to the opposite side, or in the outer area to the right of the big screen, and you will find the kitchen, get access to the pantry, and there's another star core in here next to the refrigerators. Finally, if you can make your way up to the catwalks via elevator and get inside the projection booth, the 4th star core will be located right next to the projector. That's it for the 30 star cores you can find in the Galactic Zone itself, but there are 5 more star cores that are a little more tricky to find, because all that Star Control tells you is that there's somewhere in Nuka-World. One of the 5 is found in the Nuka-World junkyard. If you head into the warehouse that is pretty difficult to miss, and make your way upstairs, the star core will be plugged into the thing that clashes with its surroundings, including a magazine, desk, dead raider, alien turret, etc. The next 2 are found within Nuka-Town, USA. Head into the Nuka-Town Market, the circular structure, on the southern end of town, and find Shelby's General Goods Shop. There, on display, is another star core. You don't really have to worry about stealing, since you kind of own everything there anyway. To the north of the market and north of Cappy's Cafe is the Nuka-Cade. There is also a star core in here. Down the stairs towards the back of the arcade, take a right and you will see a closed door. A star core will be sitting in here on top of a workbench. The 4th star core in the outlying areas is located in the bottling plant portion of the World of Refreshment, at the northeast side of the park. Search for the 2 huge and blue mixing machines. To the right of them are a couple of dead gunners in their camp, the star core lying on the floor next to them. The last of these 5, and absolute last of this list, is in Dry Rock Gulch, found on the northwestern side of the park. On the southwestern side of Dry Rock Gulch, the minecart ride seems to have collapsed. Under the broken rails and through the concessions, you find another settler who met their unfortunate demise, and the last of the star cores. With all 35, you can take them back to Star Control, place them in all the terminal receptacles you can find, access the mainframe, and open up the display that houses the quantum power armor. So which star core was most difficult for you to find? How are you enjoying your quantum power armor? Leave it in the comments, I would love to hear about it. If you found this guide useful, entertaining, or both, do anything you see fit to show that. And if you want more guides like this, you know what to do. Thank you so very much for watching. This is Caedo Genesis, and may you wander Nuka-World like you own it. Because you kinda do.